Welcome to the Rockhound Podcast. This week is pretty much just for the viewers. So, Karen, if you want to go ahead and bring us in.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching, of course. And you guys all sent us a bunch of show and tell items. So we get to go through those tonight. And it was such a pleasure to see what you find and read the stories. So we're going to share those tonight. I'm Karen from Ozone Fine Art Ventures here in raining Oregon coast right now. And on to who are you this week?
My name is Brad, and my channel is Lion Taming for Children.
Hi, Brad.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank
you. And of course, I'm Mild Kyle with World of Rockhounds, and I'm still going to keep using that name. I'm actually considering about getting it embroidered on our shirt or something.
You need the swag.
Yeah, swag. But do you have any shout-outs? Before we do any shout-outs, I do want to say that we still miss Kurt, and we, he's doing okay, I think. And then we want him back on here. So, Kurt, could you come back on here? That'd be great.
Come back to us, Kurt.
But yeah. So for anyone that's listening or watching, put something in the comments that says, Kurt, come back. Maybe I might start summoning him back. So, okay. Any shout outs?
We do, in addition to that. So first of all, thanks again to Rocks for Brains, Lauren, for coming last week and being on the podcast. It was really great. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, don't stop now. Continue this one. But when we're through, you can go back and check out Lauren's Rocks for Brain podcast. It was really entertaining. And so Jared from Currently Rockhounding, Rufotris Rooted Rockhound, changed the name, Marlaina Atkins, of course, Michael and Dustin and Minnesota Rockhounder and Keith Black and Hasso all really enjoyed the show. So thanks you guys for all of the positive input. Rock and Road Rockhounding thought that Geodude carved out of Thunder Egg would be epic. So yeah, you've got some votes there. Cool. Mary Beth was watching, and she was cleaning her 30 pounds of Upper Peninsula fines from the Great Lakes. And so she actually was wondering, she said that she really enjoyed the show, but what is a scribe? What are you guys talking about? And so, hey, Theo, why don't you tell Mary Beth really quick what a scribe is that we were talking about?
Gladly. So they're a little handheld thing. Some are electric, but honestly, you want it air powered. But they're awesome. They're like, if you could take a jackhammer and shrink it down to the size of a pen, and it has a little point, and you use that to flake material away to get to excavate fossils. That's what an air scribe is. They're amazing. And yeah, the best way to describe it is it's a handheld jackhammer. Like that's exactly what it is.
I love amazing. That description. Yeah. It's like a Dr. Shrinker jackhammer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you can buy different points so that, your accuracy is very good if you want to do detail, or you can broaden it and have a greater hammer so that you can take away swaths of material if you're just trying to, take overburden away from a matrix that's very thick. So we all love them. And if you know too much, you're going to want one too. So
yeah, they're amazing. They're wonderful. I don't know how I went through life for so long without one.
Doesn't Ma'am Lambo use air scribes for all his fossil preps?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Go check out his channel. And
Ma'am Lambo is like the scribe wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ma'am Lambo is to fossil excavation is what as to Bobby Duke is to carving. Can I word that right?
No.
All right.
Sounds right. Yeah.
I worded it right.
And
there's our mandatory Bobby Duke plug per episode.
That's fantastic how many birds we killed with that stone.
Right.
All right. And Lisa's checking in from Oregon. And Rookie wanted to go ahead and clarify that Paul the Rockhound is actually the legendary Polly. So yeah,
that's awesome.
In the comments, and so all of you community, if you happen to see Paul the Rockhound, it's the infamous Polly from the Rockhound, or Rookie Rockhound Jesse's videos. And Polly came in to verify that afterwards. It's been double tested. And then I'm gonna take a shot at this here. Puliendo Piedras de Costa Rica is also enjoying the show. So that is the shout out for this week. You guys really were generous with all of your comments, and keep them coming. So if you're watching on the road or while you're rock hounding, working, what have you, go ahead and drop that into the comments and let us know where you are viewing from.
Yeah, if you have friends that are rock hounds, tell them about the podcast. Spread the love.
If you have friends that don't care about rocks, tell them about the podcast.
Yeah.
If you know
If
Bobby
you walk
Duke,
by a stranger in Walmart, tell them about the podcast.
or if you know Bobby Duke, ask him if he's a rock hound and tell him to join them.
Yes.
Well, we're already to words of wisdom. I love it.
Yeah. Man, all right. That was a fast podcast.
Yeah, no kidding.
New record, 6 minutes and 45 seconds.
Oh man.
No, we're not actually done, so don't click away.
Yeah.
Oh, so how was everyone's weeks and current projects and future projects? Karen?
It was a crazy week, as I think we already always say. So I don't know if we even have to have that descriptor anymore. I finished a collab actually with that aforementioned person that we miss so much, and there's going to be I know, and so at least I had a little bit of that in my life, a little Kurt in my life. This past week.
I just pictured like a 2 foot tall Kurt that follows you around.
Yeah,
I have a little Kurt in my life.
On the other shoulder, like Jared,
Yeah.
The shoulder Jared. We have the Kurt as well. And so that collab video is going to be coming out soon. We did a little surprise project, and let's see, of course, puppy chaos. And then I was doing the yard from puppy and dog duty, and I came around the corner of the duck coop, and there's a little golden ball running across the lawn outside, not only the coop, the enclosure as well, just free ranging it towards the duck pond. And lo and behold, it's a duckling. And I've been wanting a duckling from these gals for since the beginning of spring, and they're new, so they weren't momming. They didn't know how to mom. So I have one duckling, which isn't a good number. They really, really like to have pals. So I'm hoping that the girls are sitting with steam coming out their ears, trying to hatch some more eggs. And so we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's a duckling in my life too. So as though getting up in the middle of the night with the puppy wasn't bad enough, now I have to get up and feed duckling every couple of hours too, and hang out with him because he thinks I'm mom. So. Yeah.
I mean, timing wise, I think that's almost better, because then you can it's more work, but imagine how frustrating it would be if you were finally done with puppy stuff with Ochako, and then you have to restart baby duty, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that I would have been using, tools, weapons. Wearing these to bed, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
for sure.
Yeah, and there there'll be, of course, stuff on my videos soon about little baby ducks as well as the puppies. I can't help myself. They just get in the videos. So.
Oh yeah.
Should we put a picture of the duck here, or should we?
Yeah. This is a good place.
Yep. This is Karen's show and tell for the week.
I have two. I came prepared. This is we view ourselves. It's viewer show and tell for everyone, right? I watch you guys during the podcast.
Kyle watches us multiple times.
Uh-huh.
Because he has to edit and then watches the premiere. So
come Friday, I'm like, oh god, these guys again. Especially the Kyle dude, he's sketchy. Oh, Karen, were you done with yours?
That's it.
Okay.
On to Theo.
My week was, as Karen pointed out, feel like I don't even need to mention at this point. Very busy. I think that's a given at this point. But yeah, we're like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that, away from Renfest. So it's crunch time like crazy. So every moment is being spent at the shop right now, so I can get everything done. But did get some awesome news that we're gonna have a few free days, and we're going on a trip, and I'm so excited because
Nice.
it's gonna be amazing, and there will be some great videos coming from that.
Where are you going?
Black Hills.
Oh, what? Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
South Dakota is one of my favorite places in the world. I absolutely. Sorry, one of the dogs escaped. I love the Black Hills and around Rapid City because there's just non-stop rock hunting. You've got the Fairburn beds, which are pretty picked over at this point, but the prairie agates and the Jaspers. But I actually do have another spot with potential Fairburns, but I'm more excited about the fossil beds that I stumbled upon last time I was there. I think I told you guys about that with the giant baculites.
Yep.
Yeah, which I just now I'm realizing that I still have forgotten to get a picture for show and tell. Okay, keep me to this. Next week I will bring that for show and tell because it's huge and it's amazing. But anyway,
Write that on your whiteboard, Kyle.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Theo, don't
Whiteboard.
forget.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it, boss.
Well, I'm not the boss. We're all equally bosses here. Make that clear.
Okay, you got it, champ. Is that better?
That works.
Okay. But super excited about going back to those fossil beds because we were actually there looking for prairie agates and Fairburns, and I stumbled upon a fossil concretion in the last 30 minutes that we were there. So I got into it and got 2 just monstrous fossils, and then we had to go because we had to get back to somewhere else that we needed to be. And I'm dying to get back to that spot because I know there's more hiding out there. But other than that, we're also going to the Teepee Canyon site, which if you don't know what Teepee Canyons are, they're like some of the most phenomenal fortification agates on the planet. They're so pretty. They're solid red, white, pink, and orange fortification agates, and
That's
they're
cool.
phenomenal. I love them so much. And again, last time we only got an hour over there, so I'm totally spending 5 or 6 hours in that thing. We're going to be picky and we're going to find the best stuff possible. But yeah, I'm super excited. But this is all happening because my birthday is on the 23rd, so which just so happens to be my day off. So we are scheduling another extra day, and we're taking a 3-day trip to the Black Hills. And it's going to be wonderful, and I am so excited.
Wow, cool.
Nice.
Other than that,
you heard it here,
sorry,
everybody. He's got a birthday.
I do. Yes, I do age. Contrary to popular belief.
This summer, Theo's birthday is August 23rd.
23rd. Send me presents, y'all.
Yes.
No, don't.
You know what to do.
Yeah. Other than that, other than the non-boring shop stuff, which is the same from the last 3 weeks, I did get to go rock hunting on Tuesday, and it was crazy. It felt like winter because it was low 70s, which was amazing, and raining all day.
Nice.
And it was wonderful. And we found some awesome stuff, which I will be showing you later. I was going to give it time, and I was like, I don't know how long it's going to take. Just sit tight. I don't know.
It'll be worth it.
That was pretty much my week, though. Other than the other 3 projects I still can't tell you guys about.
Oh, I mean, we kind of know, but everyone else doesn't know.
Right.
Yeah. Top secret information.
Highly confidential.
Very. So I guess my week, I got one project done for my friend Chris, and that kind of cleared the board because that project's been kind of setting me back for quite a while. Because even though I do something else, I'd feel guilty that I did something else and not this particular project. But it's actually my show and tell, so I'll tell a little bit more about it then. But I got that done, and then I'm trying to get some other projects done before my rock counting trip next weekend. And I took it. I don't know if you guys can hear Rivers having.
I love it.
She's having fun in the living room. Just but then I took a break from projects, and I did a kind of a how to cut rainbow obsidian video.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I got a request from Manistee Rocks. He's like, "Hey, need some help figure out how to cut obsidian." I'm like, "I'll make a video." Because he was like, "Hey, you want to talk on Sunday?" I'm like, "How about this? How about make a video instead?" Because the information would be helpful for anyone else that decides to watch it. And then I might actually do a follow-up video for Gold Sheen, because Gold Sheen, the layers are very similar. They're not as uniform because sometimes they can kind of be a little wonky too, but similar. You got to cut at that right angle in order to get all those nice layers of a Gold Sheen to show. But as far as future projects, just trying to get stuff off my to-do plate so I can focus on my personal projects, because I have an entire 7-foot shelf here of rocks I got from other YouTube channels that I would like to get polished up. I can't do that yet until I get customer projects done, which is 3 different pieces of small pieces of obsidian, not big pieces, but small pieces, and then a bunch of druzy quartz from Missouri for a customer in New York, and then also a couple pieces of really cool rose quartz. So just moving down the line and getting stuff done so I don't have to worry about them later.
Before I forget, that totally reminded me. That's another thing we're doing in South Dakota.
Rose quartz?
Going to hunt for that hot pink rose quartz.
Nice.
Ooh.
The Black Hills rose quartz is incredible.
You have to make some eggs out of those.
Oh yeah.
Sell like hotcakes. We're going to start with viewer show and tell now. We've gotten a lot of really cool pictures and stories from our viewers and other fellow YouTube channels. So let's go ahead and get into that. I'm going to go ahead and start taking this off. First person that we have is Marlaina Atkins. She sent in a picture of a lapis pendant, and she says, "So I found this piece of lapis lazuli in my pile of stones to wire wrap and made this snake pendant. Took me about 3 hours from start to finish. I really love how the silver and gold look together. I think I'll be making more of these." And so that's for the lapis pendant. And then she sent us another one as well. And I really hope I get this pronunciation right. This is a picture of a chrysanthemum stone. Pretty sure I got that right.
Chrysanthemum.
Okay, whatever you guys said.
It's a flower.
And this is a separate entry, but still from Marlaina, and she's like, "Hi there. I recently was exploring the shores of Bainbridge Island in Washington, and although I didn't find any agates, my best find of the day was this beautiful chrysanthemum, probably still pronounced that right, stone, aka flower stone, which is, like you guys said, it's a flower. The crystals that create this magnificent formation are feldspar crystals. Finding a great specimen like this was a treat. Marlaina. P.S. Sending 2 different pictures. Use whatever one you would like. Cheers." And that was Marlaina's. So thank you, Marlaina.
We'll use both.
Yeah, we're going to use both. So
I'll take that.
Yeah.
but yeah, thank you, Marlaina, for that show and tell. Be sure to get everything put in here. So thanks for that little entry. And that means, Karen, you are next.
Yeah, real quick, that snake wrap is amazing. Just amazing. And it's a gorgeous stone too. The lapis and the chrysanthemum stone is very, very nice as well. But I didn't have socks on after looking at that necklace.
I didn't have socks on before looking at it, and then suddenly after looking at it, I was wearing socks, and that's confusing. That's how awesome that thing is. Explain that to me.
Wow. So she's
Sorry,
got
I'll
powers.
show myself out.
She's got superpowers. Okay. All right. The next one is from Sandman. And he actually has a name, Randy. he has been a bit of an enigma to us, though we were curious as to how it is that he's shape shifted from state to state each week. He'd be checking in from someplace different, and he filled us in that he had sold everything and bought an RV and has been on the road. And
Nice.
so, yes, it's so nice. And they find pretty rocks where they travel, and so they have been mailing them to different places with the flat rates. Of course, that's how most of us channels also communicate with each other. We love the post office. If it fits, it ships. You know?
Oh yeah.
Is this a box of rocks?
No weight
And you're
limit.
like, yes. It is. Actually, how did you know?
I'm sure my local post office hates me.
Ditto.
It's a regular occurrence.
Yeah. And so they've been they decided that they should do something with their pretty rocks. And so because the RV and the car were getting a bit heavy, and so they found a lapidary school in Young Harris, Georgia, and the William Holland School of Lapidary Arts, which I definitely have heard of. I don't know if y'all are down with that, but super cool. So they've both been taking classes, and whenever they pass through the area, so mineral identification, he's teaching one of those classes, wire wrapping, advanced wire wrapping, wire sculpture. Oh my gosh, this is somebody to talk to. Wow.
Dang.
Rings. So apparently he's really good at rings. Faceting. Oh man, faceting. Sandman makes sand, like the Sandman. I get it. He's grinding away things until they're sand. Okay. Anyways, lots of information, and so he's talking about how they teach the classes, and they've reduced the rocks into jewelry. It's like absolutely brilliant. Okay. And so, wow, they've made over 1,500 pieces, and they continue to travel. They don't sell their pieces, but all of their relatives and friends get jewelry, whether they like it or not. Sounds like my family. Like everybody knows what they're gonna be getting for any kind of celebration whatsoever, Christmas, your birthday, whatever. And so let's see. Attached is a photo of turquoise that they dug up in Tonopah, Nevada. And it is about 3.5 inches wide, 2.25 inches tall. And they found more, but this was the largest piece. I don't know if you've all been out there, but that's tough going. And a lot of the stuff is too flaky, like you'd have to stabilize it. So, you're looking like something that solid is like super duper pay dirt. That's awesome. I don't know if he wanted me to divulge their ages, but they're kicking it as far as like doing all this stuff at their age. It's awesome. And let's see, they've been on the road for something like 21 years. That's amazing.
Dang.
That's awesome.
The road has been wonderful, full of magnificent people and rocks. People always ask, what is your favorite place? Well, it's easy. It's the next place we go. If you want a look at our finished pieces of rings or cabs, just let us know. So I guess we're going to have to, give them a shout out as far as where to go to look at those. And they say to keep up the wonderful and inspiring podcast. So we will. Thank you so much, Sandman. That's awesome. Randy, Fran, and Chloe. Arf. So Chloe would be the dog. I'm imagining.
That's awesome. Able to just pretty much sell everything and just be on the road. And you can't get any more free than that.
Living the dream right there. And teaching lapidary classes.
Yeah,
having a
that's
place
awesome.
to like swoop in and work your stones. And then, wow. That's so cool.
Just do that when I win the lottery. Be like, all right, let's hit the road. No more shop videos. Now we're going to do an adventure videos.
Yeah, every podcast is from like a different location. How cool would that be?
That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see, Theo, you are next, and who do
Let me
you
pull
got?
it up. Let me pull it up. 1 second.
Pulling
I'm
it up.
supposed to have this ready.
Yep.
It's my bad.
It's coming.
It's in a minute now. All right, so we have my good friend Travis from 406 Findings. Go check out his channel. So 406 from none other than 406 Findings. This is my best and one of my first agates I found on the Yellowstone River. Found it while fishing a few years ago. I thought it was trash, so I went to pick it up. And crazy enough, it was this beautiful Montana agate. So I had a few slabs taken of it and polished up. Beautiful agates used for the thumbs are the other pictures. But yeah, I've seen that one in person, and it is probably the craziest Montana agate I've ever seen.
No way. This
Dude,
is you
Travis finds the craziest agates. Like, seriously, he is like the agate whisperer. It's like I don't think I have agates that compare to Travis's agates.
Wow, that is saying
Travis is an agate. Again, he's an agate magnet. It's crazy. Like, the stuff he finds is madness.
Sometimes I have to wonder if it's if some people have a better perception to certain textures and colors, and then that allows them to find the better stuff. This theory, just throwing out there.
Okay,
I don't know. He finds monsters no matter where he goes. He's coming home with like a 5-pounder.
I want a scientist on the podcast to come on and tell us scientifically why, like, 406 Findings finds all the good stuff.
I think it's because that was his first agate. So his first exposure to agates was just primo. So now his eye is dialed for primo.
Doesn't want any of that junk.
Yeah.
Setting the bar
Gator
high.
to winner in one fell swoop. Nice.
Dude, Travis is a wizard. It's crazy. And I know you're watching this, Travis. So again, I say you're a wizard.
You're a wizard. I'm a
You're a
wizard.
wizard, Harry.
Don't argue. It's been said.
Our next show and tell comes from our viewer Tom Bach, and he said, "Hello, Kyle." I mean, he said it for all of us, but he put my one there. This photo shows 3 different specimen of. Oh gosh, this is why I'm not a geologist. So I'm gonna have to say that right now. That's why I'm not a geologist, because like words should trip me up pretty hard sometimes. Okay. Different 3 different specimen of limonite, a pseudomorph after pyrite collected in central Maryland. My understanding is that water had created this change in the pyrite. Bottom right is a specimen in host rock. Top left is slightly polished, and bottom left specimen is cut in half to expose the pyrite core. The bottom left is about 3/4 of an inch thick. Mostly you find tiny cubes under 1/2 inch. If you're really lucky, you'll score one almost 2 inches across. As a kid, we call them jackstones. I believe in other parts of the U.S. they are called devil's dice. Hope the file is not too large. I really enjoyed the podcast. Hope it continues for a long time. Tom Bach. Well, thank you, Tom, and thank you for the awesome pictures. And yeah, those are pretty awesome specimens.
That's interesting material. I had not seen that, actually. Yeah. So pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely keep doing the podcast as long as we possibly can. As long as we can.
So my hostile takeover.
That's what you've been saying since the beginning.
I know. I was gonna say that was like literally one of the first things I said.
It was.
That's what Kyle leaves. Theo's like, 1 down, 1 more to go.
And then this entire channel turns into a cooking show.
What? Yeah, didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
No.
Or you figure out a way to
swerve.
Cooking with rocks.
Yeah.
or you just figure out a way to like record yourself 3 other times and just like you're just like interviewing.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Just wearing a different shirt each.
Right, and you've got like Pancake Pac-Man, and you've got, dude with the stick figures, and yeah, you just.
I am like so intrigued by the level of chaos that we could achieve there.
Yeah,
Like that is right up my alley.
So, Karen, you are next.
So the next one is Joel. So he says, "Hi all, I'm Joel from California, Gleanin on YouTube, and I'm showing you this piece of Arizona rainbow petrified wood as it represents much of who I am. A rough-looking individual with a colorful and fun personality who likes adventures and exploration. I've always had a connection with petrified wood as I am a tree hugger who appreciates old growth and old things. I acquired this piece just this past May on a digging trip to Rhonda's Dobell Ranch on the outskirts of the petrified forest in northern Arizona. What makes this special is that it's a solid chunk of yellow with streaks of pink and pockets of what appears to be chalcedony. I can hold this in my hand and admire its uniqueness for ages. It makes me happy and I enjoy everything about it. Rainbow, petrified wood. And so,
So
yeah, if you guys have seen the rainbow petrified wood from the actual petrified forest in Arizona, it is incredible. It's got every color in it.
Yeah.
It's madness.
And stuff takes a beautiful polish too.
Oh, it's gemmy and it's full of just kind of unexpected color pockets. It's not even something where it's uniform that you can expect what's going to happen. It's just really amazing. And so the fact that there's a place that you can go, because of course you're no picky uppy in the forest. And so you can go someplace and get a hunk of it like that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Joel. Like I think I might need to go back to Arizona and go dig some up.
I think my question is, Joel, are you going to polish that up? Let us know in the comments.
Tell Joel what he should do in the comments if he needs to polish that up or not. Yeah.
And then that comes back to you, Theo, for Billy.
Billy Whitehorn sends this picture, and he found this box of petrified wood in Buffalo, Texas.
And then I think that there's another picture, right? Doesn't he have?
Yeah, I believe. Oh no! I gotta do some scrolling. 1 sec, Al. Oh gosh.
Doom.
This might take a second. I got to scroll past Karen and I's conversation about aquariums. That was
a great conversation.
Yeah, it was. Kyle, you better leave this in.
It's up to you, man. I'll leave it in.
I'm good with it. It's the same level of, like I was just saying earlier, it's the same level of chaos that I think everyone's come to expect from me.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna leave in my little word blurbs because, I'll leave in your quirky funniness, but like my
is that what it is?
six outtakes of trying to pronounce one freaking word. I know how to read. It's just the talking that I don't like to do.
Okay, I found it.
Cool.
And yeah, it just says more. But I believe. Sorry. I believe these, because he's posted these, are some of these, I don't know if it's these specific ones, in my Facebook group. And he is like a tumbling pro. Like the stuff that he tumbles comes out just fantastic.
Which means, Billy, I was going to say, Billy, you should definitely send over some pictures of those finished tumblestones too. For our next special. Yeah,
because his tumbled stones come out phenomenally. They look so good. Like no pits, super uniform, great shine. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get all those pictures in there. Oh yeah, no, he did send pictures of
Yeah. They're all like set out in a grid.
Yeah, and they look so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should yeah, Billy, you should definitely send us more pictures. You know, whenever you get done with the batch, or if you find some more cool stuff, we like to have some more pictures on here.
So is this a shout out for everybody to continue sending us pictures for
Yeah,
like number
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Are we doing it again sometime?
Yes.
Well, that'll be a once a week thing.
Or maybe even
include y'all.
This is the podcast now. No,
I
but
mean-
jokes aside, yeah, I would love to do this regularly.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree.
Sorry, I'll be serious for 5 seconds.
What? No.
That's all you
totally
get.
throw us off and we don't know what to believe.
I know.
Yeah, again, thank you, Billy, for sending us those pictures. You know, a lot of beautiful stones that you got done, and we'll look forward to more. So keep it up. And then see here. I guess comes back down to me. Oh man, I forgot to write down the time for that. That's fine. That's fine. I'll find it. Let's call it. For those that are watching, I keep track of time, so it makes my time of editing a little easier. But since my words are tripping me up tonight, editing is going to be a nightmare. So the next one comes from Dustin Finds Rocks, and so a little for those that don't know Dustin's channel, we'll have the link to everyone's YouTube channels that were our channels, because Dustin finds amazing specimens. He sent me a box of rocks. We did a rock trade, and he sent awesome crystals, and I'm looking forward to polishing them up. And they do take a good polish, and I'll talk about that later. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. But Dustin sent some pictures of some geodes and or fossils. He's like, some awesome geodes I've been finding that I believe started forming as fossils. The quartz expands similar to water when it freezes, blowing up the original fossil like a balloon. Some people are arguing with me on this, but you decide. So
I like it.
you guys decide.
And there are some pretty incredible shapes and textures, and you know, I see what he's talking about as far as some blow ups and bubbles and things. So they are intriguing.
Yeah.
Weigh in the paleobotanists and all that. Like, let us know. What do you think? Like, are these fossils?
Yeah, let us know. That'd be great.
Yeah.
So thank you, Dustin, for your show and tell. And again, we hope to see more from you. And that goes for everyone else that send your show and tell. Keep sending us stuff, and we'll get stuff lined up. And that will go back down to you, Karen.
All right. So Michael Wallahi. I don't know if it's supposed to be pronounced Wallahi, but it's fun.
I think it's supposed to be.
I think so too.
I think phonetically that's correct.
So here's another one for you then, Theo. So hello from, is it Wapato or Wapato? Like, is it tomato or tomato? Like Wapato? It's Washington. So Wapato. Wapato. At any rate, here are some of the petrified woods that I have been finding around the Yakima Valley. The middle right is just solid green opal that Jared from Currently Rockhounding helped me with. And he's only been hounding for 5 months, and he says it's really fun. I can't believe it, because that's really great material. If you've only been looking for 5 months, like, yeah, here's another one that went from 0 to 80 in no seconds flat, like 406. And he also wanted to just add on that he reread that, and he should have said that Jared helped him identify what he found, not that he was necessarily on board, because that would be cheating. So at any rate, yeah, thank you so much. He sent those the pictures of the 4 pieces of petrified wood, and those are great looking pieces. So definitely rock on, Michael, and congrats on such a kicking first start on your rock hounding.
Yeah, and getting help from Jared too.
Yeah.
So if you really think about it, it's kind of a cool thing to the rock hounding community is it's expansive as far as like worldwide, but it's all the same time it's a small community. It's weird. I mean, there's like there's a few channels I know of that are probably within 20 miles of me. And that also there's also a couple of people that are not necessarily on YouTube, I don't think, but I have TikTok. They're close by. So here in the Northwest, we have a lot of YouTube channels, and it's really cool to kind of get to hear that, there's people out there that are getting help from these other channels for either, identification or just help in general. So it's kind of cool. And Jared got his little spotlight again.
One shout out per episode. Yeah, that's awesome that he identified that for him. Jared just screens all my calls at this point.
Right? Oh god, it's Theo.
It's this guy.
I wouldn't feel too bad. I screen all my calls, so. Oh man,
I'm more of a texter.
The texting is easy, but I have to do a lot of phone calls with my normal job. So like, come home, there's probably about 2 people I had to answer the phone call right away for, and that's it. Everyone else will be like, sorry, I thought it was her say dada.
That's a phone call you'll take. You're like,
right? Yeah.
But comes back to you, Theo. What is your show and tell?
My show and tell. I have some oddball rocks this week. It was an awesome day on Tuesday when we went out. Like I said, it was super cold. Well, not cold. It felt awesome, actually. It's like low 70s. After the high 90s that we've been getting literally all summer long, it felt wonderful. But we never really got into like big rocks like the way we normally do on the Yellowstone. I think my biggest find of the day was like a 2-pound jasper, which is that's like
still pretty good though.
Yeah, I know. Maybe we are spoiled on the Yellowstone because that's smaller end of average in some places.
Yeah, if someone finds a 2-pound agate here on the Oregon coast or Willamette River, people are at each other's throats. It's like, where did you get that?
No. So as far as size, it was a slow day, but my gosh, the quality of the finds that we were getting was just madness. So we got some fantastic orbicular jasper, which I didn't bring. I'll show you next time. I'll bring it next week.
It comes with the baculate. Yeah.
Was it that jasper that you sent us in the group chat?
Yes.
I could just throw it. I might have that picture. I could just throw it up here.
Yeah. It's this one.
Do.
It's that one right there.
Right here.
So cool. Orange and green orbicular jasper. It's the coolest thing ever. But also found an amazing plume agate, which was super exciting. Red plume, which was fantastic. But it was just weird. Like all day long, all the finds we were finding were like oddball, like super oddball, especially for the Yellowstone. And that brings us to show and tell, which is this weird alien agate, which on the surface it just looks like a normal agate, but it's like oddly green in a way. Like when the light hits it right, it's super green when you shine a light through it. Like you can see how green it is, and it has some fantastic banding. Like it's a very strange Montana agate, and I'm gonna have to be cutting it at some point, I think, because it shows some very promising signs. I know some of the pictures that I took of it capture the green a little better. I don't know if my light's showing it very well, but I mean, when you look at it in person, it literally looks like synthetic opalite, the way that the color is. It's strange. It's a weird agate, and I love it.
It looks like slime.
Right?
I literally have it in my note. I have it in my notes as alien agate for my time frame.
Yeah. Dude, it is an alien agate. Like straight up. But this may be again be a reference to how spoiled we are on the Yellowstone, because that was the biggest agate that we got all day long, and we were like, man, we didn't get any big ones.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, on any normal hunt, you'll find like at least like 5 or 6 this size range on the Yellowstone.
Nice.
And that's like 20 to 40 if you're Travis. Sorry, Travis. I tease him every time about agates because he's swimming in the monster agates. But even with how cool that one is, and the other rocks that I just mentioned, they all pale in comparison to this beauty right here. I found just phenomenal blue. It's so pretty. If I get a little closer, maybe. Yeah.
I love it when like small packages are so appealing. You know, like it doesn't have to be a big chunker. Look at that thing.
It's so cool.
You're gonna have Rookie reaching across the globe and snatching that out of your hand. You know?
Speaking of Rookie, I think I might be following his lead as far as what we're gonna do with this one. Because with his amazing blue that he has, he just polished that one side. So I'm thinking to maximize, so we don't lose very much, just flatten this face and then round over because it's already kind of naturally curved a little bit.
Yeah.
And then just polish that, and then I can leave the backside raw. Because I forgot to take a picture of it, and B, there's no way that this camera is going to show it, but some of that like crystal structure is still intact.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
See the tracks. Yeah.
Yeah. It's so cool. Awesome. And it's banded. It's got such nice banding.
That's so cool.
This is an extremely rare gem. I've only found one other blue like this. And if you want to see this hunt that I've been talking about, it will be coming out Saturday. So when this comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shameless
I'll be there with my costume.
Yeah.
Be there, B square.
Be there. Or else.
Or else Kyle is gonna watch you. I guess that brings it to my show and tell. Hold on 1 second here. Keep track of my time. And so my show and tell is I finished this knife for my friend Chris.
Ooh.
He self-collected
that
this.
Mirror finish is crazy.
You can see you guys in there's Theo.
Yeah,
and,
I can. Yeah,
it's me. So this is. I mean, it's just a cheap straight, like fixed blade, but it's petrified wood handle that Chris collected himself, and I would have actually had this project done before River was born, because that was my goals before she was born, to have all my projects completely off the table so I didn't have to focus on anything rock related. I can spend my time at home. And I had the knife done. The knife is finished. And I might even post a little clip here of what happened to those knife handles. And basically, I think I might have even talked about this on a previous podcast, I think. I did not pace myself. I was working tired, and I did not lead by my own example. I just pushed through. I'm like, okay, I need to speed this up, get it done and over with. I glued both sides at the exact same time, and they did not adhere straight onto the handle itself. So I could not. I tried to heat up the knife itself. That way the glue would separate. And I just ended up breaking the slabs because the material is pretty fractured up. And it just went from bad to worse to just catastrophic, and both handles ended up breaking. And it got to the point I was like, okay, I'm just going to put this project aside until I can kind of come back and reassess it. And I finally got it done this week. And I was going to wait until our little Rockhound trip next week to show him. Be like, hey, by the way, surprise. But I couldn't help myself. I sent him a picture. I'm like, hey, I got it done. But even though that last handle broke, I went online. I bought a brand new straight knife, similar style and everything. And what I want to do is I want to use the broken pieces and reassemble the knife handle with kintsugi, and do another knife out of it, and just I probably just maybe see if he wants it and be like, hey, here's that broken piece. It's now art. So
yeah,
now you have two.
That's a great idea. I would love to see you do that and make a video, and we all want to see.
I think what I might do is I might do one of the two things. I might either just delve right into it and make a video and show my mistakes, or just get a practice slab, purposely break the slab, and then try to see how it looks after that. Before
I'm thinking, like, just from experience, you can do it. Just do it. Jump in.
Okay.
It's not, yeah. It's like, it's how to fix something broken, you know? It's the artful way of fixing something broken. So it's already like giving you the room for that error in the artfulness of that, you know, way of doing it. Yeah. It's going to be so awesome.
I was thinking about it too. I was like, I don't know if I want to use gold. I think I want to use silver instead, just because, you know, of the color of the wood and the blade itself.
Yeah.
Or just platinum.
Have you
Let's throw down some money on this thing.
First of all, I don't make that much money off YouTube. Because I mean, I just, you know, for those that, you know, I just got to what I just been able to get monetized, and I think I now just made enough. I can't cash out yet because I haven't met the minimum, but my estimated what I should be getting in doesn't even cover for what I did for the YouTube play button that I did. So
it's a labor of love in the first like 2 years. It is,
which I'm fine with.
Of love.
I was thinking about it earlier. It'd be really cool if I can eventually make up enough in YouTube money to save up and just maybe get like a plane ticket and like go to someone else and visit them for a rock outing.
Montana.
Yeah.
New Zealand.
Montana, I could probably just drive over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would.
Yeah, but can you
would
imagine how awesome that would be to just like? I mean, that's gotta be like a hour-long flight from Oregon to Montana.
Oh yeah, that's at like bus stops. You know,
right?
Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean,
like as soon
Billings
as
to
you
Denver is like the moment you hit cruising altitude,
Yep.
you're already on starting your descent. So I mean,
love that kind of flight.
yeah,
I've never been on a
1
plane
hour
before.
and you're there.
What?
Really,
I've never been on a plane,
dude?
I've been on a parked plane from World War II, maybe I think it was, but that.
We got to start a GoFundMe.
I know. You need to get monetized. You need a plane ticket.
Yeah.
I always forget that I don't care for heights very much.
Kyle's birthday is coming up as well. So.
Everyone, we're pitching in on a plane ticket.
Kyle, why are you sweating so much? Oh, you know, I'm just in a metal box. 1,000 feet in the air. I don't know. I'm sure it'd be fine.
We could podcast from there. It would be fun.
That'd be nice. Bing, sir, can you please turn off your electronic devices while we're...
No, we're in the middle of a podcast. Come on.
So you gotta wait, man.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I will end my show and tell there. So, Karen, what do you got?
Sorry to take us extremely off topic there.
It was fun.
It's like my superpower at this point.
My superpower is not going insane right now because I've got something going on at the house, and you know, I'm also trying to work at the same time, and so I actually I think I talked about it some time ago as far as a word of wisdom went. Like sometimes you got to do what you feel like and not what you are supposed to be doing, because you know you'll totally mess up what you're supposed to be doing. Like I had orders that I needed to work on, but I didn't have the composure. And I was like, you know, like soldering is probably, I'll just blow up the house. So I should probably just do something a little bit more innocuous. And so I did some therapy carving on this sunstone. And so I just went through the stones and I found one that was kind of chunky and it had inclusions in it. And I thought, you know what, this is like a there's a no loss here. I can just carve away and be outside and feel the sun on my skin and not worry about a thing. And then it turned out pretty good. Like,
yeah, it's super pretty.
I really like it. And so this particular piece, one of the things that I like to do when I'm useless is sort through my stones. And so, again, if I feel like I'm going to blow things up, if I solder or do something that's like kind of risky, I'll go through and I'll take, say, all of I'll class my stones. These are the good ones. These are the like carve for good, carve for medium, carve for like practice. And these have fractures and that sort of thing. This one has a few pieces of basalt, like kind of colloid set in the middle as an inclusion. And I like, that's a problem. Like if you wanted to be faceting these stones, and this thing started off as probably like a 10 carat stone. So it was fairly large, and it's probably about like at, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 now. And this is a problem. So you don't want to necessarily use something with basalt in it, or if it's got like the wrong kind of schiller. These schiller clouds are silver instead of the rose pink. And again, like, Kyle posted up, but you can see the schiller clouds kind of like rolling through it, like orbicular clouds. And
So pretty.
I think that they're really pretty. And yet at
Yeah.
the same time, if you were trying to facet this stone for somebody who wanted like a clear gem, like a nice champagne, like plush diamond, it wouldn't work out because they wouldn't want the basalt lodged in there and that sort of thing. For me, it gives it character. It's the only one ever that'll look this way. Have these clouds going through it and have these little UFOs of basalt inside. So
It's called unique.
yeah, I
I'm
got
all
my
about.
alien stone too.
Yeah. I was gonna say I'm all about like those oddball one of a kinds. Like that is my favorite thing when it comes to rugs.
Yeah.
Which is, I know it's kind of sacrilegious to say, especially to like facetors and stuff, but I get so bored of gemstones sometimes.
Yeah.
Like sapphires, I mean, they have so much value that it's hard to get too bored, but like,
Hmm.
I don't know, like citrine and amethyst and those solid colored stones, I get kind of bored. I mean, you have your certain color range, but if you have a royal purple amethyst, every other royal purple amethyst on the planet is going to look remotely similar.
Yeah.
Just like, if you've seen 20 pieces of clear quartz, you've seen every piece of clear quartz, basically. Like, I love crystals. Don't get me wrong. Crystals I love, but I don't know. I need stuff like agates or something banded or jaspers. And I don't know. Like fire agates are so therapeutic to work with for me, just because each one is such a different challenge to go into.
Yeah. It's why I quit in the first place, because if you've got a really nice sapphire, it's like everybody else's really nice sapphire or ruby or emerald. And
Mhm.
I'm not at all dissing those stones. They're gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
But
I just shared a really nice purple labradorite not labradorite, amethyst that I faceted a while back. Remember?
Yeah.
oh
I think I
yeah,
brought it for show and tell. Yeah. So I
it's
love them.
gorgeous.
I just
Yeah.
can't do it all the time.
But yeah, you go to the gem shows and you see miles of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so when you have something that's unique and it just, it smiles at you in a way that only it can. It's got its own little charisma.
Yep.
I find that interesting. And so that's a reason why I like the boulder opal. But even these sunstones, the ones that maybe aren't like AAA quality as far as their value goes, they man, I don't know, that's arbitrary. I find that beautiful. I
Yeah.
find the one I was working with beautiful. So, and I was enamored with it like
Sorry.
the whole time. Smash the phone. But
Just throw it.
yeah.
I have two cell phones. I forgot to put them on silent. My bad.
But yeah, at any rate, we were talking, I think maybe last week, about how therapeutic prepping or carving or any of these things that you can kind of just get lost into. It's so good for your soul. Like, go there. Even the finding, like, that's what we do, right? As
Oh yeah.
rockhounds, like you walk and you look and everything else goes away, and you can just be in the moment and be in therapy instead of having to worry about whatever else you're supposed to be worrying about at the moment.
Well, that's also the
That
best.
actually totally ties into my words of wisdom for this week. So that's awesome that you just said that.
Let's go ahead and jump into words of wisdom then.
Oh,
Oh wow. Yeah, Theo, go. It ties
oh
in.
gosh. Well, I was talking earlier and getting teased about how we didn't find monsters, even though apparently we were finding monsters. So it was a slow day at the start. Like we actually went quite a ways, like quite a while before we actually found good stuff. And I don't know, like I think a lot of, especially newer rockhounds, will want to just like, okay, this spot isn't worth looking at. We should just, baby.
I know. Yay.
What's
Oh,
that
and
saying?
Pinky.
But no, I think, and I could totally say this from experience because I remember being that way when I first started. But it's like, I think in that first hour and you haven't found anything really good yet, and it's like, yeah, this spot isn't worth it. We should leave or go somewhere else or just call it for the day. It's like, well, if you just keep going, you can find some amazing stuff. Like we came away with some super, super just rare oddball specimens that day. Even more, like actually a lot more in that video to go. So, and the whole time, even when we weren't finding stuff, we were just having a blast. So I guess my words of wisdom specifically would be learn to not fall in love with finding, fall in love with looking. Fall in love with the hunt itself, not what you're going to come away with. Because I'll have just as much fun on a remotely productive hunt as I will just getting out in general, honestly.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of followed that a little bit since I already have plenty of rocks in the backyard. Whenever I go out rock hounding, like I don't need more rocks. For me, it's just about getting out and enjoying nature.
Yeah.
When I went to the old Mucker Ranch, it was peaceful. I step out of the truck and it's just quiet, silence, and I'm like, oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
I needed that.
I did.
You would like Montana. You don't have to go far to find silence.
Nice. Karen, what about you?
Okay, so my words of wisdom. Oh. Those are wise words as well.
Yeah.
River, do you want to go?
What do you have to say? Yeah.
I feel that.
Totally. Super wise.
I will mute it so she doesn't interrupt your words of wisdom.
Oh, actually, I'm digging it. I'll make it quick. So, my words of wisdom to you this week is watch your step. I was outside tending to the dogs and the ducks, and well, I stepped in something, and and it's always such a good idea for all of us rockhounds just to watch our step. No matter if you're in your own backyard and you're trying not to step on a duckling that is running away from its coop, or the fact that there might be a snake there, or there might be the best find of the day. I can't tell you how many times I have taken my find of the day out of my husband's footstep on the beach. Could you move, because you're standing on like this like huge agate. So at any rate, it's an easy one because a lot of us rockhounds are looking at the ground already, but it's amazing how we're looking at the ground, but we're not watching our steps. So anyways, that's my word of wisdom for today.
No, that's pretty wise. Yeah, I like that. That brings me to mine, I guess. So my words of wisdom is make time to be creative. I don't think that really needs any more explanation than that. Yeah, keeping it short and simple.
Self-explanatory. self-explanatory.
Yeah,
you know what
it
to
does.
do.
It speaks for itself.
Awesome.
But yeah, Karen, you want to take us out, and River?
River, do it.
River. Yeah, let's have River. Right. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for sending us your awesome finds. You know, you outdo yourselves, and I know everybody out there who didn't get their finds in on time to make this viewer show and tell. Send them in because we'll do it again. And so, especially if you've got something that you know is even more special, you feel, definitely send it in. And meanwhile, leave us where you're viewing from in the comments. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, River, for making a cameo appearance.
Bust down your drums, no big deal.
Keep finding, keep creating, keep making.
Rock on. Bye-bye. Can you say bye-bye?
Thank you for watching.
Can you say bye-bye?
Say bye-bye.
River.
Over here.
Oh,
but
I guess it
over
works for me.
here.
See you guys later.